G'day gang, how's everyone going? Welcome to July, I guess, is the appropriate starting point. So we got another of our calendar review videos that we're going to do today. This one is obviously the July 2024 calendar. So as always, a couple of little housekeeping things. So number one, credits to Nectu for creating the calendar, publishing it and all that fun stuff. So big shout out to you. Thank you very much for your work. And the other shout out obviously is to the server itself, where it's posted month on month. So there's always an invite link to the server in this Discord server in the description of my videos. It's completely free, anonymous, all that fun stuff. So you're welcome to join, discuss, not discuss as you so choose. But yeah, feel free to jump on in there to that community server. So with that stuff done and dusted, let's open up the calendar and take a bit of a squeaky peek at what we got for July. So right off, obviously, we've got the hero of the month over here on the left-hand side, which is Crypt, the Cursed Ninja. I shall be working on his review video shortly and hopefully have it up within the next, I'm going to say week. I'm giving myself a little bit of leniency. So green hero, obviously, I'm pretty sure he was an AoE 3 healer with a bit of a status effect thing going on. I don't know, seems okay. A bit like a new version of Night Owl slash Naja is probably the best description of him. And then obviously green. So yeah, keep an eye out for that review video. We've also got the weapon of the month, which is the Outrider Saw. A month where you can save your weapon tickets is probably the easiest way of describing the Outrider Saw. It's not great. It's not a great weapon in the game at the moment. So the two perks, I think one of them is crit damage, not crit chance. Or accuracy, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the other one is armor piercing, which just ain't a great effect. It's so niche, it's not got huge uses in the game. So yeah, those are the two weapons and heroes of the month. And then yeah, so for the rest of the month, what can we expect? Well, I'm glad you asked. So right to start with, we do, wow, where are we going? We've got the water fight event. So you can see the little icon there. It is running throughout the entire month, the water fight. So it is going to be far out. What's this zoom doing? It'll be active for the entire month. So you can see the little shading on the bottom of the week calendar thing. So it runs all the way through to the 31st of July. So feel free to carry on with that bad boy. It's not a great portal. The heroes are pretty bleh, is the general takeaway on them. Of the 4 seasonal events, it is probably the one that I would rank as being the weakest. The family bonus is okay. It's like a family version, effectively, of the medic talent, but that's probably the best feature of the water fight heroes or the summer heroes. They're not, yeah, they've all got, most of them have got these minions, but the minions don't do really anything. So yeah, anyway, not a great portal. I'd save my tickets for one of the other seasonal events, and I mean I will be saving my tickets for one of the other seasonal events. It does have an offers calendar, and it does also actually have an event, so it's one of 2 of the 4 seasonal portals that actually has a seasonal event tied to it, because SGG just can't be asked finishing off a lot of their features in this game. So yeah, feel free to, the way I approach it is I'm going to do the event, get the loot. Probably not all of the stages. I probably won't do the basic one because I've already got the avatars, but yeah, otherwise I'm just going to pretty much ignore this one personally. We've obviously got the Undercover Gala going on at the moment. It's the variant portal for the vanilla heroes. Still no variant Emma. I genuinely am getting a little bit annoyed about it. There's 10 variant 5-star heroes and 2 featured heroes per month, which means that theoretically it should only be 5 months before variant Emma gets featured, and it's been like 8 months since I've been back and she still hasn't been featured. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. Kind of annoyed about it, but I'm still not using my tickets personally. Variant Vigo is an improvement over his base form, but still not a great hero. And same thing with variant Marina. She's not, I wouldn't say she's really an improved version of her base hero. It's kind of just an inverse. Her base version does defense down and AoE 5 damage. Her variant version does AoE 5 damage and attack up. So I don't know. I don't see it as being either of them being great options. So save your tickets for a future one is my advice there. Then we've got the Raiders of the Wasteland event next up. So challenge event, so 5 difficulties, epic, rare, and legendary. So 5 different loot pools. It's got pretty good heroes. I personally think Brock is the best hero in this portal, even though he's one of the older ones. Whipster's pretty good as well. She's one of the better AoE 5 yellow heroes, but yellow doesn't have great AoE 5, so she's kind of the next best hero, I would say, in there. And then possibly the not Melter, Inferno is the other guy. He's newer, but yeah, it's probably, generally speaking, one of the weaker challenge event portals. Generally speaking, I'd say. Coaster's not great. Richter's pretty trash. Pearl is not great anymore in the scheme of things. Brock, Whipster, and yeah, Inferno are probably the only decent ones, but I don't know. I'd say if you're looking at using your challenge event coins, save them for a different portal. If you've got copies of Wyatt is probably the single best hero in this portal, and he's a 4-star hero, but even he is beaten out modern day probably by Top Hog. So yeah, another portal where you can probably save your coins and your gold and carry on into a future month. So following from the challenge event, the Raiders of the Wasteland, we do have a little bit of a break over the start of the week before we hit Neon City Thrills, where we do see our Season 2 portal returning with the featuring of Vision and Hypernova. So Vision is pretty good. He's a multi-hitter, yellow defense down dealer, dodge negator, pretty good hero. I think he was second or third best, I think, of the multi-hitters in terms of his damage output, so pretty good in the scheme of things. He's also got some pretty decent secondary effects, so dodge negation is pretty good. The defense down is okay. I think it's not a percentage based from memory. I haven't actually done the review video yet from Vision, so I can't remember completely. But yeah, it's a good combination of effects ultimately. So pretty good hero. And then the other hero, Hypernova, she's also really awesome. She's got fairly strong immediate damage. She's got really strong delayed damage. She's got damage share. And then yeah, Hypernova is a quality hero. So this is actually a really strong pairing of featured heroes. So if you've got some of your coins stockpiled, probably most people don't, seeing as Pulse was featured last month. But if you do, this is another month that's worth using those stockpiled coins in my opinion. Following from it, Built for War, which is the Master Weapon event. So the weapons themselves, there's some good ones, some bad ones in there. The event, I don't like it. I think it's too costly in terms of its energy requirements with too little reward. And it's just tedious and time consuming. Personally think, with the way you've got to reset your team every single time, and yeah, there's limited use of weapons. It was a novelty at start, and then I just don't like it anymore. So yeah. Zombie Outbreak following that, so it's our 30-stage event for the individual. Heroes are pretty hit and miss with it. There's no featured heroes, so it does make the portal have relatively poor odds of getting one of the good heroes. There are some good heroes in there. I have done all of the zombie hero reviews, so feel free to check those out. There is a playlist link in my description. As a general note, all of the review videos that I've done, I always include their playlists in the description of these calendar videos, so you can just check them out and then just go and find the specific heroes you're looking for. But the zombies themselves, they're not bad. There's some really not good ones, there's some really okay good ones, and some pretty decent good ones, is a way of describing them all. But because there's no featured heroes, as I said, it's not a portal where you'd really go summoning to target good heroes in. So personally, I tend to just use the coins. I am in a situation where I've got most of the heroes from that portal anyway, but I would say just use your coins and save your gold for a different event if you are a free player. Following that, we have the Manor of Legends, which has Renegade being added. So Renegade was the hero of the month when I made my return, so it's been 7 months. Wow, how time flies. So she's the featured hero, and it looks like Natalia is the other one. Natalia is absolutely trash. Renegade is pretty good. So if you're going to be using your coins here, you are running the gamble that you're going to get a trash hero or a good hero. So just take it with a bit of caution. I don't know if I would be spending a bunch of gold for Renegade. She's a good hero, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Snipers, I don't think snipers generally are game-changing heroes unless they have just crazy stupid amounts of damage output. And Renegade's up there. She's got good damage output, but I wouldn't say she's crazy stupid in her levels. So maybe a portal you can give a miss to, depending on your roster, I guess. To almost round out the month, we've got the Monster Island event. So it's the Alliance event for the month, where you go around and you play whack-a-mole with a bunch of hordes and Apex War Machine style monsters. New hero being added again, it looks like. So we've got Sakura, who is the Master of Tranquility. So continuing with that ninja theme that we've seen with the last couple of heroes that have been added. So we had Nomad, who was the Psy runner. We've had Zodiac, who's the projectile technique master, and now Sakura as well. So these 3 heroes actually have been added to beta testing in Empires and Puzzles. So in my review video of Zodiac, I did mention that they had that ninja look to them, and we are now seeing them being added to that Ninja Tower family in Empires and Puzzles. So just a little bit of an interesting one. I thought anyway that Empires and Puzzles is still borrowing heroes and hero designs from PuzzleCombat, or the other way around. It could genuinely be the other way around, and PuzzleCombat is actually now borrowing from their beta and their designs and just popping them into random portals here in PuzzleCombat as well. So anyway, don't know, but she will just have to wait and see what her skill set looks like. But the Monster Island, it is probably one of the more saturated portals in terms of good heroes for an unfeatured portal list. So there's not really any super bad heroes in that portal from memory. I have reviewed pretty well all of them. I won't have reviewed Sakura, obviously, initially, but the rest of them have all been reviewed. And I can't think of any that are absolutely not worth getting or leveling in some situations. Manor is probably one of the weakest ones, but even Manor has a fair number of uses. So yeah, it's a decent portal, I'd say. So probably in the top 2 for the month, which is high praise. And then finally, we've got a second Undercover Gala, where once again there is no variant Ember. So I am not going to be using my coins at all this month for the Manor of Legends portals, the Undercover Gala portals. So Zidane variant and Dasher variant look to be featured. So I wouldn't say either of them are great heroes. Zidane is okay. I personally still hang on to the fact that Zidane normal used to be an actually good hero once upon a time before he got nerfed to oblivion. But yeah, that's probably about it. So what are we going to do? Target portals. If we look at the entire month, if I can fix this zoom so it's in the middle, I would say the only portal that's really worth considering summoning in is the Neon City Thrills one. It's got good heroes, both of them being featured, or both of the featured heroes are good heroes, and Monster Island is probably the second target. The rest of them, I mean, if you've got free coins, you can use them, but I'd probably save, at the very least, Challenge Event and Gala and Legends portal coins for a different month. So if you've got zombie ones, feel free to use them, but yeah, I'd say the only portals to actually really worth targeting and setting budgets for is the Neon City Thrills and the Monster Island portals, personally anyway. So everyone is obviously free to make their own choices in life. So that's pretty much it. We've got rare quests as well. So we've got the night vision goggles on the 7th, the speed holster on the 16th or thereabouts, the 24th for the ghillie suit, and the 2nd for the encrypted memory stick. I say there or thereabouts because it does change a little bit depending on, like, they're roughly 10 days. It's not exactly 10 days, so there is some play in it. Yeah, and we've also got, as always on these calendars, there's the tournaments on the left hand side at the start of each week. We've got the war bonuses on, you know, the Wednesday and Saturday ones, and then we've also got all of the emblem quests shown on there as well. So feel free to check those details out. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I got for today. That's the month in a nutshell. So as always, thank you for joining me, and I guess I will catch you guys all in the next video. Until then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming. Cheers, bye.